Hello everyone, welcome to Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's Rayat Online School Education. This is the Science and Technology Part 1, Standard 10th. Today we are going to study lesson number 10, Space Missions. Today we are going to study lesson number 10, Space Missions. Need and importance of space missions. The world has become a global village due to space missions. Today we can contact a person in any part of the world within a second. We can gather information about worldwide events sitting at home. You all know the importance of internet. Due to internet, every information is available at our fingertips. It has become possible to get advance alert about natural calamities and take proper precautions. During war, it is possible to get information about the actions of the enemy through aerial surveillance using satellite. It is also possible to explore the fossil reserves and minerals in the earth. Thus, there are unlimited applications of these space missions. Today, space technology is an inevitable part of the development of the nation. Artificial satellite. A natural satellite is an astronomical object orbiting the Earth or any other planet. The Moon is the only natural satellite of the Earth. Some other planets in the solar system have more than one natural satellite. Similarly, if a man-made object revolves around the Earth or any other planet in a fixed orbit, it is called as an artificial satellite. Here the picture is the picture of the communication by artificial satellite. The first artificial satellite Sputnik was sent to the space by Soviet Union in 1957. Today more than 1000 satellites are orbiting the earth. The satellite work on solar energy. So solar photovoltaic panels are attached on both sides of the satellites like wings. Instruments are installed in the satellites to receive and transmit signals from and to the earth. Here the first artificial satellite Sputnik is given. We are going to study about the types of satellites and the functions of satellite and the name of Indian satellite series and their launch vehicles. Weather satellite. Study and prediction of weather. The names of Indian satellites are INSAT and GS-80, launcher GSLV. Communication satellite establish communication between different locations in the world through use of specific waves. INSAT and GS-80, launcher GSLV. Then broadcast satellite telecasting of television programs, INSAT and GS-80, launcher GSLV. Navigational satellite fix the location of any place of the Earth's surface in terms of its very precise latitude and longitude. IRNSS, launcher PSLV. Military satellite collect information for security aspects. Earth observation satellite study of forest, deserts, oceans, polar ice on the Earth's surface, exploration and management of natural resources, observation and guidance in case of natural calamities like flood and earthquake. The names of Indian satellites are IRS, launcher PSLV. This is the types of satellites. Then orbits of artificial satellite. All artificial satellites do not revolve in similar orbits around the Earth. The function of the satellite decides the height of the satellite's orbit from the Earth's surface, the nature of the orbit, circular or elliptical, and whether the orbit shall be parallel to equator for making some angle with it. To put the satellite in its proper orbit at specific height above the Earth's surface, the satellite is taken to that height using a satellite launcher. Then the satellite is given a specific velocity known as a critical velocity (VC) in a tangential direction to the orbit. See the figure 10.3. The satellite then starts revolving around the Earth. The formula for the velocity Vc can be derived as follows. If a satellite of a mass m is revolving around the Earth in an orbit of height h and the speed is vc, then as seen in the chapter on gravitation, a centripetal force mvc square divided by r will act on it. Here r is the orbital radius of the satellite from the center of the Earth. So this is the figure of orbit of an artificial satellite. This centripetal force is provided by the gravity of the Earth. Therefore, centripetal force is equal to gravitational force between the Earth and the satellite. Here, V escape is equal to square root of 2gm divided by r. Here, g is equal to gravitational constant is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Mass of the planet is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg for Earth. Radius of the planet r is equal to radius of the planet 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter for Earth. So, V escape is equal to 2 into 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 into 6 into 10 raised to 24 divided by 6.4 into 10 raised to 6, and the value is 11.18 into 10 raised to 3 meter per second is equal to 11.18 kilometer per second. Thus, if a spacecraft is to escape the Earth's gravitational force to travel to the outer space, it must have minimum velocity of 11.2 km per second. It can be seen that the critical velocity does not depend on the mass of the satellite. As the height of the satellite orbit from the Earth's surface increases, the critical velocity decreases. Depending on the height of the satellite orbit above the Earth's surface, the satellite orbit are classified are as follows. High Earth orbit height from the Earth's surface is greater than 35,780 km. If the height of the satellite's orbit above the Earth's surface is greater than or equal to 35,780 km, the orbit is called the high Earth orbit. As we will see in the next solved example, a satellite revolving in an orbit 35,780 km above the Earth's surface will take around 24 hours to complete the one revolution. We know that the Earth also takes almost 24 hours for one revolution. If the satellite is revolving in an orbit parallel to the equator, the time of revolution for the Earth around itself and that for the satellite to revolve around the Earth being the same. The satellite will appear to be stationary with respect to the Earth. For the passenger in one vehicle, another vehicle moving parallel to him with equal velocity appear to be stationary. This is what happens here also. These satellites are therefore called as a geosynchronous satellite. Since these satellites are stationary with reference to the Earth, they can observe a specific portion of the Earth continuously. Therefore, they are used in applications like meteorology and for carrying signals for telephone, television, radio, etc. Then next, medium Earth orbit height above the Earth's surface 2000 km to 35,780 km. In the height of the satellite orbit above the Earth's surface is in between 2000 km and 35,780 km. The orbit are called as a medium Earth orbits. The geostationary satellites orbits above the equator. These are therefore not useful in study of polar regions. For this purpose, elliptical medium Earth orbits passing over the polar regions are used. These orbits are called as a polar orbits. In these orbits, the satellite complete one revolution in 2 to 24 hours. Some of these satellites revolve in circular orbit at a height of around 20,200 km above the Earth's surface. Global positioning satellite revolves in such orbits. Low Earth orbits height above the Earth's surface 180 km to 2000 km, very low. If the height of the satellite orbit above the Earth's surface is in between 180 km to 2000 km. The orbits are called as a low Earth orbits. The satellite used for scientific experiments and atmospheric studies revolve in low Earth orbits. Depending on the height of their orbits, they complete one revolution in around 90 minutes. International space stations and Hubble's telescope also revolve in low Earth orbits. Then satellite launch vehicles. Satellite launch vehicles are used to place the satellites in their specific orbits. The functioning of the satellite launch vehicle is based on the Newton's third law of motion. The launch vehicles use a specific type of fuel. The gas produced due to the combustion of the fuel expands due to high temperature and is expelled forcefully through the nozzles at rear side of the launch vehicles. As a reaction of this, a thrust acts on the vehicles which drives the vehicles high into the space. The structure of the launch vehicle is decided by the weight of the satellite and the type of the satellite orbit. The fuel of the vehicle also depends on these factors. The fuel forms a major portion of the total weight of the launch vehicles. Thus, the vehicles has to carry a large weight of the fuel with it. To overcome this problem, launch vehicles with more than one stages are used. Due to this, the weight of the vehicle can be reduced step by step after this launching. For example, consider a launch vehicle having two stages. For launching the vehicle, the fuel and engine in the first stage are used. This imparts a specific velocity to the vehicles and takes it into a certain height. This imparts a specific velocity to the vehicles and take it to a certain height. Once the fuel in the first stage is exhausted, the empty fuel tank and the engine are detached from the main body of the vehicle and fall either into a sea or on an unpopulated land. As the fuel in the first stage is exhausted, the fuel in the second stage is ignited. However, the vehicle now contains only one, that is the second stage. The weight now being reduced, the vehicle can move with higher speed. Almost all vehicles are made up of either two or more stages. As an example, the structure of a polar satellite launch vehicle PSLV developed by the ISRO of India is shown in the figure 10.5a. Then space missions away from the Earth, as we have seen above, artificial satellites are being used for making our life more and more enriched. However, in the previous standards, we have learned about how the telescope awarded artificial satellites are used to gather information about various objects in the universe. Similarly, some space missions are used to gain further knowledge about the universe. In these missions, spacecraft are sent to the nearby object in the solar system to observe them more closely. New information has been obtained from such emissions and it is helping us to understand the creation and evolution of our solar system. For such missions, the spacecrafts must escape the Earth's gravitational force to travel into the outer space. To achieve this, the initial velocity of the moving object must be greater than the escape velocity of the Earth. This centripetal force is provided by the gravity of the Earth. Therefore, centripetal force is equal to gravitational force between the Earth and the satellite. So, mvc square divided by r plus h is equal to gmm divided by r plus h square. Here the g is the gravitational constant, m is the mass of the Earth, r is the radius of the Earth, h is the height of the satellite above the Earth, r plus h radius of the orbit of a satellite is given. So Vc square is equal to Gm divided by R plus H. So Vc is equal to square root of Gm divided by R plus H. This is the equation number first. Moon missions. Since the moon is the closest astronomical object to us, the first space mission to object in the solar system were the mission to the moon. Such missions have so far been executed by USA, Soviet Union, European countries, China, Japan and India. The spacecraft in the Luna series sent by Soviet Union reached near the moon. Luna 2, launched in the 1959, was first such craft. After that, till 1975, 15 spacecrafts made chemical analysis of the moon and also measured its gravity, density and radiations. Last four crafts even landed on the moon and brought the samples of stones on the moon for analysis in the laboratories. All the missions were unmanned. America also executed moon mission from 1962 to 1972. The specialty of this mission was that some of these were manned mission. In July 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human to step on the moon. In 2008, Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO) successfully launched Chandrayaan-1 and placed it into an orbit around the moon. It sent useful information to Earth for about a year. The most important discovery made during the mission was the presence of water on the moon's surface. India was the first country to discover this. Mars mission. Next to the moon, the astronomical object nearest to the Earth is the Mars. Many nations send spacecrafts to the Mars. Mars mission is difficult and almost half the missions were unsuccessful. However, ISRO performance in this mission is remarkable and we all must be proud of it. The spacecraft Mangalyaan, made by the ISRO using minimum expenses, was launched in November 2013 and was placed into orbit around the Mars in September 2014. It obtained very useful information about the surface of the Mars and the atmosphere around it. Mission to other planets. Many missions have been executed to study other planets also. In some of these missions, the spacecraft orbited the planets. Some landed on the planets and some just passed near the planet and observed them. Additionally, spacecrafts have been sent to observe asteroids and comets, and they have successfully collected some dust and stones from the asteroids and brought them back on the Earth. We are getting very useful information from all these missions, clarifying our concepts about the origin and evolution of the solar system. India and space technology. India also had made remarkable progress in the science and technology of launch vehicles. Various types of launch vehicles have been developed to put satellites having weight up to 2500 kg into all types of orbits. PSLV and GSLV are the two important launchers. The scientific and technological feats achieved by the India in this field have a significant contribution to the national and social development. INSAT and GSAT satellite series is actively working in the field of telecommunication, television, broadcasting, meteorological services, availability of television, telephone and internet services all over the nation has been possible due to these satellites only. EduSat satellite in this series is used specially in the field of education. IRS satellite series is working for monitoring and management of natural resources and disaster management. To exactly locate position of any place on the Earth's surface in terms of its precise latitude and longitudes, the IRNSS satellite series has been established. Space debris and its management. In addition to the artificial satellite, some other objects are also revolving around the Earth. It includes non-functioning satellites, parts of the launcher detached during launching, and debris generated due to the collision of satellite with other satellite or any other object in the space. According to one estimation made by 2016, there are about 2 crore species of length more than 1 centimeter revolving around the Earth. All this is nothing but this debris in space. These debris can be harmful to the artificial satellites. It can collide with these satellites or spacecrafts and damage them. This debris is increasing day by day. Soon it will be difficult to launch new spacecrafts. It is therefore very essential to manage the debris. Some studies and experiments are being done with this in view. Hope that soon we will have a solution for this problem and the future satellites and spacecrafts will not be in danger anymore. Thank you.